Hey, what's good, everyone? It's me, Double. I'm trying to make under 8-minute videos, just so you know, so that YouTube doesn't put like commercials in the middle of it. I'll say that quietly. Keep it on the down low, but I'm going to try to teach you the harmonic minor mode that I learned about in this book from 1987. This had the weirdest way of showing you how to play the notes if you weren't like a natural at reading actual notes and actual music. It was very bizarre. I don't know why they didn't just use tab, but it was interesting and it made me actually kind of memorize this scale. And I see all sorts of different ways of playing this one particular phrase taken from a Yngwie Malmsteen song. Far beyond the sun, it scared me. It scared me. It was one of those things that was like, what am I hearing? He uses the J to keep him differentiated from all the other Yngwie Malmsteens out there. I doubt anybody does this the way he does because he is him with the J. I wanted to show you this because it's actually kind of easy to learn once you get it under your fingers, and it's still a pretty prominent sound. Kind of got used a little bit in the 90s, the Offspring song, but it sounded like it was kind of a mockery of it. So nobody really used it for a little while. Jack Butler attempted it in the 80s and kind of struggled at that moment. Also, Billie Eilish. Guitar is down a half step. All right, so here's the gist. F sharp minor is our key. The triad of an F sharp minor would be an F sharp, and then we're going to have an A, and then we're also going to have a C sharp. So it's basically the key signature is A major, but we're looking at F sharp minor. It's relative minor. We can take our root, which is going to be our F sharp, which is going to be our minor root, right? Of course, and our minor third would be the A, and then the perfect fifth would be the C sharp. He throws in the major second, which is a G sharp, right? And then he also throws in the perfect fourth. And then we are going to have the minor sixth, which is in the key of F minor still, F sharp minor still. So 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, and then we're going to go 3, 4 on the D string. And I like to slide my index finger. There's like a shift, just like with the B string, we do a shift. At the end of the intro, he goes. He gives us the lick that defines everything about the harmonic minor scale. Instead of focusing on an E note, this E sharp is coming into play. So we're gonna have the F sharp, E sharp, okay, or 14, 13, 10 on the high E string. You can't use the same letter twice when spelling a scale. So they just make you say E sharp, and they use it as an accidental in the key signature. We're guitarists. We don't have to think about that. In the minor key, if we call the F sharp minor the 1, we're going 5 to 1, which is going to naturally make our ear go like that and kind of resolve kind of a thing. You can hear it becomes home base, that F sharp minor sound. The scale pattern itself on guitar that we can run through real quick is going to be 14, 13, 10 on the E string, and then 14, 12, 10 on the B string. So we're looking at root, major seventh, and minor sixth. And that minor sixth there, that D there, that 10th fret is not in the pentatonic minor scale, and really neither is this 13th fret, which is our major seventh. So our minor sixth and our major seventh are both notes that aren't in the minor pentatonic scale. We would have an E. We're not going to have an E. We're going to focus on this E sharp. So 14, 13, 10, 14, 12, 10. And then when we go to the G string, we're going to shift a little bit. We're going to use our pinky on the 13, middle finger on the 11, and then index finger on the 10. And you can hear that note just kind of wants to go back up. That's what they call the leading tone. So what we've done is we've taken a minor scale And instead of everything having half steps and whole steps all within that, we've put this minor third in there. We're going to have, and you can hear that really wants to go there to that last note of the F sharp. So here's what we have so far. And then we're going to shift down to the D string, 12, 11, 9. Same thing on the A string, where the root is. Leading tone is on the 8th fret of the A string. And then, you know, right there for the F sharp minor. But what Yngwie does to really make it sound like a screaming demon is play it very fast, of course, but also throws in this little... a little hammer on and pull off, and everything is 16th notes at this point. You can work it out alternate picking, which is always good. Or the whole thing would be 13, 14, 13, 10, and then 14, 12, 10, and then 13, 11, 10. And we just kind of keep shifting our pinky down. We take our pinky over to the 12, 11, 9, 12, 11, 9 again for the root, leading tone on the 8th. You might want coffee and maybe donuts, but don't mention donuts around YJ. But I've been ending it with the F sharp, with the 1, just to kind of put that sound in your ear of the whole scale. But part of what makes it kind of like a screaming banshee lick is the trill part and the scale itself, but it's the ending on that leading tone and not resolving. It's also these 2 chords that kind of like the banshee's jumping out at you. The 5 to the 1, it's like, and then it goes, and it rests on that note, and then goes there, and it's just like, hopefully this is quick enough, then there's no video ads, and you also happen to hit that like button, and you also happen to subscribe and do all that stuff. All right, I'll see you.